challenge, medical medium morning cleanse. I got all my stuff out here. This is really exciting. So I'm gonna run through the morning cleanse with you guys. I got the juicer because I'm gonna make celery juice. I got the blender over here because I'm gonna be making the medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie, right? Okay. I got the lemon water I'm gonna make over here too. And I mean, I got all kinds of great stuff here. I got the cilantro for the heavy metal detox smoothie, which is really awesome right there. I got the frozen wild blueberries in here too. You'll see a lot of different stuff I have around here. Later on, I'm going to be making a fruit bowl, and I'm going to be doing that on TikTok. So I hope later on you guys meet me in a couple hours at TikTok. But there's going to be a lot going on. Going to be doing a lot, and I'm excited. Glad you guys are here. So I'm going to be actually making waffles on TikTok later too. So going to be doing that, making waffles. Homemade waffles. I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are there with me then. And so yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to come on before I start. Great to see Alexandra drinking your heavy metal detox smoothie right now. Can't wait to make mine. I'm excited about it. Awesome. And good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here. Hello from Costa Rica. Awesome. So the morning cleanse is really like a life savior in so many ways, because when we head into the holidays, we end up eating a lot of things that that get in front of us, and we can't help it. Many of us are under stress during the holidays, a lot of pressure during the holidays. Are you guys under pressure at all? Are you guys under any stress at all, especially what's happening and what's going on? And so, you know, the holidays are never that easy for a lot of people. Some people, it's fun and easy. A lot of people, it's more than that. And what happens is we end up eating a lot of different things. We indulge in different things more so than usual. And then we say, you know what? I'm just going to, come January 1st, I'm just going to start fresh. And we end up just, eating whatever that's in front of us, doing a whole bunch of different stuff. And so what's incredible about the medical medium morning cleanse is that it's there to protect you while you're running into a lot of different food potholes, food obstacles, food mania, whatever comes your way during the holidays. So that's something to think about there all on its own. So And people are like Georgina says, yep, work stress. So yeah, so even work stress during the holidays as well. So that's a big deal too. And so there's a question there, will celery juice help with the liver? Yes, it does. I talk about why. And that's why I'm going to be making some celery juice. I'm going to be making the heavy metal detox smoothie too, if you guys just got on here. 8 p.m. here in England, huh, Lorraine? Wow. So yeah, and I'm excited about this because this is the check and balance. This is the benchmark. This is what keeps you strong while going through the holidays and trying to, and because it's hard to dodge food. It's hard to not eat certain things that get in your way. I totally understand. There's friends, there's family, people are making things. People are baking cookies. I just talked to somebody the other day that, a neighbor is baking one of my friend's cookies every day, and the cookies are filled with things that aren't so great, but my friend is just gobbling them down, and the neighbor keeps on making more and bringing them over, and they're Christmas cookies, and those Christmas cookies, and when they get to you, what happens, right? So, the bottom line is, so what can you do for yourself? What can you do that can really help protect you, move the needle, help move you forward while you're going through this kind of thing in the holidays? So that's what we're talking about. That's why I'm here. I'm excited about it. And I'm going to start with the lemon water in a minute. But first of all, I just want to tell you, do you guys have your Cleanse to Heal book right here? So that's Cleanse to Heal. That's the book right there. If you don't have it, it's on sale right now, a killer sale on Amazon for this book. It's 51% off. It's $16.99. Cleanse to Heal has 75 recipes in here. And these recipes have a lot to do with the morning cleanse because these recipes don't have any fats in them, so they protect your liver. So that's the morning cleanse right there. So we're going to do the morning cleanse, and that's it. And this is the morning cleanse challenge. So there you go. And So in the morning cleanse, so I'm in Cleanse to Heal right now. In the morning cleanse, it starts out with the lemon water first thing in the morning. So every day, okay, you're eating things and indulging in things that come your way. Every single day, the liver just gets bombarded more and more. The reason why people put on weight, unwanted pounds during the holiday, okay, is because their liver is maxed out, and it's being basically compounded with lots of fat. So what happens is if you're eating some pizza over here, even if it seems like a healthier pizza or a vegan pizza, there's all this fat in the pizza, and it's that fat that gets inside the liver. And even if you're eating, so if you're eating other things too, if you're eating, a few more eggs, somebody made you a nice breakfast and it's a bunch of eggs, scrambled eggs, maybe you got butter on some toast, maybe you're just doing avocado on toast, and look, that's a healthier fat. But we do a lot of fats, and our meals consist of fat every single day. And so our liver's already bombarded by all this fat. And when we eat fats in the morning, like peanut butter, almond butter, coconut oil, even I know somebody that eats chicken every morning, like by mid-morning they're eating chicken, or bacon in the morning, right? Or eggs in the morning, or milk, cheese, butter. All of that fat stops your liver from cleansing. So it stops your liver from dumping out the trash. It stops your liver from removing the toxins and poisons that actually keep us down as we get older and older and older. The unwanted pounds come on, the weight comes on really easy. That happens because the liver gets maxed out. And one of the cool things about the morning cleanse is you can do it every day, or you can do it now with the challenge, right, that we're doing. And you're protecting your liver, you're protecting your immune system, you're protecting your lymphatic system, because that's an offshoot of the liver. You're protecting everything in your body in so many different ways. You're protecting your pancreas, because your pancreas gets burdened down with fats too. That's why people get pancreatitis. And during the holidays, a lot of people get gallbladder problems, they get pancreatitis, they get upset stomachs, they get acid reflux, because they're eating just a little too much of this. They're having some cake, they're having some cookies, they're indulging in a little too much, fats in different ways and different foods. And so it's incredible about Cleanse to Heal. There's 75 recipes in here, and they're fat free. And that's a big deal because you can incorporate them when you want. But the morning cleanse is great, because I'm not saying you shouldn't have something that you like, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have avocados or guacamole. I mean, I make a great guacamole. I love guacamole. I'm not saying you can't have any of that, or you can't eat a lot of chocolate, okay? All that fat in the chocolate and all that caffeine. I'm not saying you can't have it during the holidays or anything, if that's what you want to do. But what I am saying is, let's do the morning cleanse. Let's let our body heal while we're in this holiday madness of foods and eats. And we're living with all these different foods around us, and friends and family are making it for some of us, or we're just indulging more than usual because there's something that comes around the holidays. I was talking to another friend, and they get really sad around the holidays. They get depressed around the holidays. They get depressed around Christmas and around New Year's. And when they get depressed, next thing you know it, they're eating a little bit more, and they're eating a little bit more, and they're having some bagels, and then they're having some bagels with cream cheese, then they're having some donuts, then they're having a few cookies, and then they're having some ice cream. And that's another thing too, is that so many people are having ice cream. Even the vegan ice cream is still high in fat. So even the coconut ice cream is still high in fat. So everybody's kind of indulging, and some people, they get sad during the holidays. Some people get depressed, so we end up eating more. So you know what? There's a way to protect yourself while you're going through the holiday season, and that's the Medical Meeting Morning Cleanse. And if you don't have the book, look, we'll still do it. I got everything here. I got the lemon water I'm about to make. I got the heavy metal detox smoothie, which I'm about to make pretty soon. And I got the celery juice. And later on TikTok, I'm going to be making waffles and going to be making some other stuff too. So anyway, let's start it out. Let's get going here. So that's Cleanse to Heal, you guys. There's 75 recipes in there. I'm going to run down a few of them in a minute with you. But we'll start with the lemon water. 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water. First thing in the morning when you wake up. That's the best time to do it if you can. So right when you wake up, 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water upon waking. That's the key. And it's as simple as this. You get your water, you have it in your glass, all right? That's what I have here. Taking the lid off now, right? All right, so that's the lemon water there. And so I got a lemon right in front of me. There we go. I'm going to cut that lemon in half. So that's your lemon. There it is. So you guys got your lemons. And look, if you're somebody and you only want to do half a lemon in 16 to 32 ounces, you can. I like doing the whole lemon. I take it with my hand, and that's how I do it. So you can, do a different way. You can do a citrus reamer if you want, or something else in order to do it. But I take my hand and I squeeze it just like this. And I'm making the lemon water right now. And that's how I do it. So that's a half a lemon. And you can do a half a lemon if you want. And if that's something that you feel like doing. That's a half. That was a really juicy lemon is what that was. It was a very juicy one. So that's that right there, because that lemon was so juicy. That works all on its own. So that's a lemon water right there. Now, I like doing the whole lemon no matter what. So I got the other half. So, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit more. So, and there you go. So that's the lemon water right there. So let's talk about what it does real quick. So all night long, your liver's working really hard to protect you. It's gathering toxins and poisons. And when you hear somebody talk about toxins and poisons, what does that even mean? It's like, oh, toxins, that's all that is, Like, what is toxins? What are you talking about? Well, petrochemicals, plastics, pharmaceuticals. Did you ever take a pharmaceutical? Have you ever taken a drug? Have you ever done a recreational drug? Because all those toxins and poisons from pharmaceuticals, recreational drugs, petrochemicals from plastics, solvents, household cleaners, fungicides that are on new clothes, scented candles, when you're breathing in all that scented candle toxin, which is really one of the worst, by the way. Just so you know, scented candles is a life shortener. That means if you were supposed to live to 100, scented candles throughout your whole life will make it so you live to be 90 and you'll lose 10 years. That's what scented candles will do. Air fresheners are life shorteners. And so we're breathing in air fresheners when we go to do, appointments, or you go somewhere, or you go, you're in a store and you're breathing in air fresheners. So if you have air fresheners in your house, pull them out of the walls, if you have the plug-ins, and toss them out. If you're doing scented candles, toss them out, because chemical scented candles and air fresheners are quintessentially just, they're life shorteners is what they are. So if someone was supposed to be 80 and they die at 80, okay, well, we're going to lose them at 70. We're going to lose them at 72. We're going to lose them at 68. And that's how dangerously toxic air fresheners and scented candles are. So that's just one example of how many poisons we actually ingest, we actually breathe in, we actually get in our system. So when you think about toxins, what kind of toxins are we talking about? Talking about like cleaning supplies, we're talking about fabric softeners, we're talking about dishwashing detergents, we're talking about all those different things that we might be exposed to. We're talking about water in restaurants. We're talking about toxic heavy metals in water in restaurants. That's another thing right there too. So did you ever eat in a restaurant? Did you ever drink water in a restaurant? That water in restaurants is just city water that's filled with all kinds of stuff. It's filled with pharmaceutical residue, pharmaceuticals. It's filled with toxic heavy metals. So we have a lot of poisons and toxins. And then pesticide exposure, insecticide exposure, fungicide exposure. And I talk about it in Cleanse to Heal. I mean, if you don't have this book, I mean, look, I would get it. And if you need to get it free at the library, get it free at the library. Take it out from the library, okay? But Amazon's got the 51% off on this book, $16.99 for it. It's easy to get it through Amazon if you ever want to get it someday. but I talk about all the different pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, the pharmaceuticals we get exposed to. And just so you know, if you guys just came on here and you're just on here now, I'm going to make the heavy metal detox smoothie pretty soon. I made the lemon water. We're doing the medical meeting morning cleanse. It's in Cleanse to Heal, just so you know. So that's the book right there, Cleanse to Heal. And I'm also going to juice the celery juice too as part of the medical meeting morning cleanse. So that's all in here. So these troublemakers, I call them, are in your system. So herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides. They're on new clothing. They're in the air. And then the chemtrails that float out down from the sky. You guys heard the chemtrail episode, Medical Meeting Podcast at Apple Podcasts, right? I told you all about the chemtrails and how they really work and the truth about them. Well, we breathe them in every day. And during the holidays, they drop chemtrails on us more so than ever before during the holidays because they know people are going to be out and about and outside more in a lot of different ways. So when you look up at the sky, you'll see more chemtrails than you've ever seen before. And all of these poisons and toxins get into our system. We inhale them, we ingest them, we eat them, we breathe them in. It's plastics, petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, toxic heavy metals, insecticides and pesticides. So anyway, that's in us. So keep that in mind. So every single, and then there's foods. Then there's the foods we eat. So there's lots of different foods we eat that have toxins in them too, and not good ones. So if you've ever eaten conventional dairy, if you've ever eaten conventional meat, if you've ever eaten conventional chicken, you got the antibiotics in your system. If you had a piece of chicken that wasn't organic, that wasn't, that wasn't free range or whatever it is, if you've had a piece of chicken from 10 years ago from a restaurant, the antibiotics in that chicken still sit inside your liver. And I'm not saying not to eat chicken. I'm just saying those antibiotics are still inside your liver. So that's how it works. If you took an antibiotic, it's still inside your liver. If you took cold medicine from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it's still inside your liver. But what happens is we cannot get this out of our body, out of our brain, out of our liver. And restaurant food is a big thing right there. That's how we get a lot of this. We can't get these toxins out of us if we have fats in the morning. So if you have your nut butter in the morning, which is like a healthy thing, you got your almond butter, you're making your smoothie, you put some coconut oil in your smoothie, you're never going to get the poisons out. So you can't get the toxins out of your system. You see how it works? So the medical meeting morning cleanse is not just great for the holidays. It's important to do whenever you can so you can get these toxins and poisons out of your body. Old ones that are deep-seated in there, antidepressants that people have taken in their life, they sit inside the liver. Thyroid medications sit inside the liver. Anti-inflammatories sit inside the liver. Cold medicine sits inside the liver. Antibiotics, all of it sits down in there. So great, okay, it does, but let's do something about it. So to begin with, if you just got on here, 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water or lime water. Right in the morning upon waking is the best time to do it. If you want to add a little bit of honey to this lemon water, you can. You can add a little bit of honey to this lemon water if you really want to. So that's okay, all right? And but give yourself 15 to 30 minutes before having the celery juice, and that's where we're going next, okay? We're gonna have at least 15 to 30 minutes. We head into the celery juice, okay? So that's the next part we're gonna go. And and then we're gonna make the heavy metal detox smoothie pretty soon. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna head there too. So I'm gonna get some celery sticks. So I got some killer celery sticks right here. Look at this, you guys. I got a really nice big batch of them right here. So I'm going to place them here for the moment. Or actually, I'm going to place them right here, actually. It's a nice little spot. And we're going to need the celery juice next. So I don't know if you guys did your celery juice yet today. But we're doing the morning cleanse. Going to pop this on. So, celery juice is an herbal medicine. Lemon water is a medicine. That's what these are. These are medicinal. It's not that you're doing celery and you're like, okay, I just had some celery. No, you just had straight herbal medicine. Really important to know, okay? And if you do it every single day, your life will change. There's a lot of reasons why your life will change. One is because if you do it in the morning on an empty stomach, 16 to 32 ounces, okay? Janine, you're doing yours. I just saw that, drinking CJ right now. Amazing. When you're doing 16 to 32 ounces on an empty stomach, you're not only helping your liver push those toxins out, but you're neutralizing the poison and toxins. It's phytochemical compounds, sodium cluster salts in celery juice, okay, that neutralize the charge, the toxic charge that toxins have. Old pharmaceuticals have a charge to them that interferes with your body's frequencies. Keep that in mind. Toxic heavy metals interfere with your body's frequencies, all right? I know that everybody's like totally into the spiritual thing these days. You know, everybody's doing spiritual work. They're doing, they're doing spiritual growth. They're doing spiritual techniques. They're reading stuff. They're doing stuff, listening to podcasts, all these things, right? But what happens is these poisons and toxins interfere with our spiritual makeup. They interfere with our physical body, our energy. They interfere with our energetic frequencies, because what happens is these toxins and poisons, they run on a very negative charge. So they run on a very, very toxic charge. They actually have a life, a shelf life. Toxins and poisons have a shelf life that becomes damaging to cells inside our body. So it's important to know, when you're doing your celery juice, you're neutralizing those toxins, is what you're doing. You're disarming them, because those toxins are on the offense. They're out there to be destructive and damaging to the body. Pesticides inside your body, fungicides, herbicides, toxic heavy metals, petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, solvents that come from carpet cleaning. Have you ever had your carpets cleaned? Ever have your carpets cleaned? All those solvents and poisons from the carpet cleaner, go into the bloodstream, and they have a charge on them that's damaging to our body, okay? Celery juice, when it gets into contact with all of these poisons and toxins, disarms them, breaks down their charge, diffuses them. So that's what it's about. So when people think, well, I did my celery juice, I guess it might have helped, it might not have helped, whatever. Well, guess what? It did help, and it is helping. That's a part of why it gets people better. That's why with people with eczema and psoriasis and skin problems, vitiligo, they have the charge of copper and aluminum. Carmen says, I can't stay out of the bathroom and I have to work. I stopped celery juice. I'm assuming it's celery juice because I can't stop going. If you're someone that has more bacteria in the abdomen, if you have more bacteria in the abdomen, it's gonna be shocking that bacteria. That bacteria is toxic. So when that bacteria explodes, your body's gonna want to rid it. So if you have that kind of thing going on, I would consider a small amount of celery juice is what I would do. I would consider a real small amount of celery juice. And a smaller amount, you could take baby steps. You can just go a little bit at a time. You can just go 2 ounces. You can go 4 ounces. You can go a little bit at a time. and that's what you can do. So that's something that's a way of doing it. The other thing is, what else is happening with your gut? That's the only thing. You don't have any bloating, you've never had any gut problems, you've never had the runs before, or are they happening when you do other things? Keep that in mind too. Always kind of remember that. If everything's perfectly fine, your stomach's fine, everything's great, you never had a problem with any of that, then you drink some celery juice and you have the runs, well, that's shocking the bacteria. That's what that is. But keep that in mind. But if you've had other stuff too, if you've had the runs before, if something else triggers it, other things are going on, the liver, a lot of stuff going on inside the liver. So you do baby steps just to live this bad bacteria. So you do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. You start with 4 ounces. You can start with that right there. So you guys, we're doing the Medical Media Morning Cleanse. And over time, you'll be able to do a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And that's what you can do over time. And then eventually you'll be at 8 ounces, 12 ounces, 16 ounces, 20 ounces, and you won't have the runs anymore because you got rid of that much bacteria, that much of the bad microorganisms. And that's a big thing there too. Don't substitute, you guys, celery juice with celery powder, whatever you do. And it's either you get the fresh celery juice from a juice bar. Watch out for celery that's already been juiced in containers, not containers, in bottles. They got the cap on them, and they're in the cold section of the health food stores and grocery stores, and they're HPP, high pressure pasteurization, and they have a long shelf life, a long date on them. Don't use those either. Those are terrible. So just keep that in mind right there. If you can't get lemons, you can do a ginger water. You can do that. If you can't get celery, you can do more lemon water. You can do some ginger water, medical medium ginger water. You can do some aloe water. These are all recipes in here too. So if you're somebody that can't get a hold of celery juice, you don't have a juicer, or you don't have a way to get celery juice, all in here, you got the recipes right here for all that. And I'm still gonna make the heavy metal detox smoothie, so bear with me, guys. I got everything here. I got a big pile of cilantro right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. And I got some other stuff too, so I'm gonna make that. The recipes in here are really, really helpful. There's so many great recipes in here that you can work with, and so much good stuff. So I'm just going through so many different recipes right here. But celery powder does not work. I'm letting you know. I'm giving you the 411. If you guys just came on, we're doing the Medical Media Morning Cleanse. I'm in Cleanse to Heal right now. So you might want to get that book someday, put it on your wish list or something, or try to get it free at the library. Right now it's 51% off at Amazon. It's $16.99 in US. So look, I'm looking at all the different recipes right here. And what's incredible about all the different recipes, and there's 75 different recipes in here. Here's a cucumber juice, which actually is really a great option for many people too. There's a great cucumber juice recipe in there, of course. There's the celery juice right here. And here's the lemon ginger. I don't know if you can see that, lemon ginger and honey water right there. That's a great substitute if you can't do celery juice, or you can't find a way to juice celery and you don't have options. There's the lemon lime water, by the way, that we just made. We just made the lemon water, but there's a recipe to do it a little differently too, right there in the book. So doing the Medical Media Morning Cleanse, there's the book right there. So I'm going to pour the celery juice out right now. If you guys just came on there, we did the 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water. We're flushing the liver. That's what we're doing. We're cleaning house. We're cleaning up everything. And during the holidays, it's a great way to heal by doing this Medical Media Morning Cleanse at the beginning of the day, so then when you're doing other foods and other foods are happening and the other foods aren't so great for you, and they might be toxic, all of that, this is an awesome. So I'm going to put this down. So that's the celery juice right here. I hope you guys had some this morning. That's great. That's so good. I'm going to put a cap on it. I'm going to make the medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie. Just letting you know. But you've got other options too. You can do fresh fruit. If you don't want to do the heavy metal detox smoothie, you can do fresh fruit breakfast. That's an option too. If you want something more denser, you can do steamed potatoes. If you're somebody that wants something more denser, just don't put oil, don't put cream, butter, milk on your potatoes. You can do winter squash, you can do steamed potatoes. You can do that as well. You can do millet, you can do oatmeal. You can put maple syrup in your oatmeal. That's an option. But fruit is the most healing for your medical medium morning cleanse morning. Fruit is that's the most healing part right there. That's like another big healing part, especially when you do it all together. You do your celery juice, you do your lemon water first, you do your celery juice second, okay? And then you do some fruit. I'm gonna do the heavy metal detox smoothie, but still, you can just do chopped up fruit, you can do chopped up bananas, you can make one of the recipes in Cleanse to Heal, just capping the lemon water right here. So I have that there. So I'm going to move the juicer out of the way, you guys. This is what I'm going to do right now. Just give me a second. So moving it out. And just cleaning up these lemons right here. And I'm going to bring the blender in. So just bear with me. I got a nice orange for the heavy metal detox smoothie. I'm excited about right there. Bring in a blender. So you guys got to remember this, okay? What happens is that when you give your body a chance to cleanse every morning and you're taking a break off the fats, you're giving yourself more years in the future. You're giving yourself a chance to live healthier. You're giving yourself a chance to rid conditions and symptoms that you're dealing with. So there's all that involved too. But during the holidays, this is a great way to keep the extra unwanted pounds from coming on. This is a great way to protect your immune system, to keep a strong immune system. Every year with all the holidays, I've seen this over for the last 30 years. I've seen people get the flu during the holidays. It's always somebody in the family somewhere out there in somebody's family that gets the flu. They get kicked on their butt. They got a fever. They got a bad cough. They get it around Christmas time. Their immune system runs down and they get stuck with the flu. And flu season starts up around that time. And of course, now we got the new problem that we have now on top of it. So everybody's immune systems, they get lower during the holidays. They're eating foods that lower their immune system, whether they know it or not. They get more susceptible to, the virus that's going around now. They get more susceptible to the flu virus. They get more susceptible to their own viruses, to their own Epstein, Barrs, shingles viruses that give you chronic fatigue and trigeminal neuralgia, neck pain, back pain, migraines, fatigue, tingles and numbness, floaters in the eyes, ringing in the ears, dizziness, vertigo. So you get susceptible to your own viruses that people have, like the Epstein-Barr causing Hashimoto's and hypothyroid and all the different thyroid conditions and hyperthyroid and cysts and nodules and PCOS and endometriosis. So people already have enough to deal with. And then you got outside viruses, okay? You got the COVID and you got the flu and you got other viruses that are happening on the outside that aren't happening just on the inside of people. So then you got that in the way out there. And then the holidays come and we're under stress, we're under pressure, we're eating the foods we shouldn't eat, and then our immune system drops, our liver gets stressed out to the max, and then we go into the winter feeling more sick. And a lot of people, it's really hard. So that's something right there to just think about, and I'm glad we're getting a chance to talk about this. So if you guys just came on, Medical Medium Morning Cleanse, I'm making the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie right here. I'm excited. I'm glad we're here. Glad we're doing this. So if you just came on here, just did the Medical Medium Lemon Water, 16 to 32 ounces. I just did the celery juice, 16 to 32 ounces, right? And now it's time to make a smoothie. That's what we're gonna do now, okay? So we can do a couple of things. We could start out by throwing the wild blueberries in there. It's 2 cups of frozen wild blueberries. right there. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that in there. Now, nobody knew what wild blueberries were until Info. And God, I mean, nobody knew. They're just like blueberries. No, not blueberries. Wild blueberries. Yeah, blueberries, right? No, wild blueberries. The little wild blueberries. And now I'm hearing it out there. It's out there on podcasts. It's out there on YouTube. People are talking about wild blueberries, you know? And medical medium books actually blew up the whole frozen wild blueberry thing, the whole wild blueberry thing around the world. So, because millions of books went around the world, it's the #1 health books there is globally, hands down, for 6 years running, I think, is the medical medium book series. And that's come with a lot of good stuff, but it comes with also a lot of people that, you know, they don't like seeing you get too many people better out there in the world, because millions are healing from medical medium books. And that disappoints, I think, big pharma and stuff, because then that's less pharmaceuticals. More people get better on celery juice, then less pharmaceuticals get sold. You guys know the drill out there, how it works. So I got the frozen wild blueberries. This is the heavy metal detox smoothie. And what this smoothie does, Loon L. I didn't know wild blueberries existed before Info. Indeed. Loon, you're awesome. I'm glad you're here. Incredible. And good to see you. Good to see you. I'm still thinking about the potato poem that you wrote. The Knight's Bride. I think it was in there. The potato poem you wrote and you put in the comment section. It was actually a really good poem. It was really good. Okay, so I got the frozen wild blueberries right here. And I'm going to put 2 bananas in here. If you guys really want to do 1 banana, you can do 1 banana. All right? It's okay. Bananas are an incredible food. Great for the digestive system, great for the liver, glucose for the brain, potassium for the brain. If you hear somebody go like, oh, too much potassium, if you hear that, you got to know one thing. Potassium is one of those little powerful minerals, those little powerful electrolytes, critical for the brain to function. So take potassium out of the equation and your brain goes short circuits. That's how it works. So when you hear someone, that's the kind of misinformation that's always out there. There's just so much bad misinformation. It's like, bananas are bad, potassium, too much this. Okay, sure. All right, whatever. Okay, just stop people from healing. Just keep on stop people from healing. It's unbelievable. So yeah, so there's 2 bananas in here right there. A cup of cilantro. I'm just going to put, big hunk right here, which is going to be like, my cup version. So you can do that. So I'm putting that in here. So you throw some cilantro in here. That's what you do. Just breaking it up a little bit. I'm really, the thing is that the heavy metal detox smoothie is responsible for saving lives. It's responsible for getting a lot of people out of wheelchairs that were heavy metal in their brain. Aluminum deposits, mercury deposits in their brain, keeping them down, keeping them sick. Multiple sclerosis, ALS, Parkinson's, high anxiety disorders, depression, bipolar, depersonalization. And if you guys just got on here, you might want to get a copy of Cleanse to Heal someday. It's a medical textbook and it has all those conditions plus a lot more. 75 recipes. We're talking about the Medical Medium Morning Cleanse, which is in Cleanse to Heal. I'm letting you know, powerful way to keep yourself healthy. It's 51% off on Amazon. I can't get any better than that. $16.99. Get it free at the library if you want to. But that's Cleanse to Heal. But the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse is in Cleanse to Heal. So there's a cleanse, and it's the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse, by the way. So to personalize, and there's over 200 symptoms and conditions in here, and true causes to what causes the sickness and condition, so you can learn what the problem is, and so you can figure it out. So there you go, and you can learn how to heal. There's supplements and dosages of like the different supplements and different dosages, so you can get ahead, so you can do healing, so you can recover. All that's in this book. But depersonalization, depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia is toxic heavy metals. Schizophrenia is toxic heavy metals. So all of the different conditions, emotional conditions, brain conditions that are all that are all mystery. Medical medium information has been teaching this for 35 years. So what happens is that the information gets out there, someone might take a little piece, never cite it back to medical medium, and then people think it's already out there, but it's not. It's all in the books too, first published in many of the medical medium books. But this is the infamous medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie that brought lives back. The recipe is in Cleanse to Heal. The information is in Cleanse to Heal. So let's finish up with the recipe. And what I mean by brought lives back, you tell me if this matters. Okay, you're suffering from the worst depression, okay? You don't want to live anymore. You're hopeless. You feel hopeless. You feel like life is hopeless. You feel like you're hopeless. You feel like nothing can work. You feel like you can't get ahead of yourself. And you're doing the heavy metal detox smoothie, and you start coming around, and you start getting out of that, and you start getting inspired, and you start feeling like you're getting in touch with yourself again. You start being able to see straight. You start feeling relief out of the depression, something that no one can even understand. And next thing you know, you're working again. Next thing you know, you're living your life. You feel like your purpose is back, and that's the heavy metal detox smoothie. Is that a good thing? I think that's a good thing. Or how about this? You got Alzheimer's, and you're destined to die as far as the doctors believe. Okay, and then all of a sudden your spouse or your sister or brother puts you on the heavy metal detox smoothie. I've seen this 100 times out there, and the Alzheimer's starts to actually reverse and reverse and reverse to the point where you know your name now. Does that matter? Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Lunel, you're saying all I can tell you is that the info is real, the real deal. I'm not supposed to eat cold foods either. Yet I'm healing with the MM info. I also stopped being chronically cold. See, belief systems, I got to tell you something about belief systems, okay? Belief systems in health, I have nothing against them, but when someone says, well, there's this, and then there's this, and there's this out there, well, people don't know, like there's FODMAP, and then, you're not allowed to eat cold food because someone tells you that you got dampness, because that's a traditional Chinese medicine concept. Whatever the concept is out there, whether it's Western, Eastern, it's all man-made. It's man-made. Medical medium information is not man-made. I'm just a messenger. So I'm just letting you know so you know what this is about. So, and here's what's crazy. As far as medical medium information has become a law in natural health. There's so many pieces of it out there now that doesn't come from a study or anything. It comes from these books, but yet doctors consider it law now. It's like holistic law. So there's so many tools being used, celery juice being one of them, that wasn't out there because of any study. It's out there because millions of people got their lives back and they healed and people got out of wheelchairs. The heavy metal detox smoothie is legendary for recovering people and giving people their lives back. And there's something to be said about that. So you guys, I got bananas, wild blueberries, frozen wild blueberries in here. I got cilantro in here. I'm squeezing some orange right now, like this in here. I love putting some orange in here. This is so great. And so it's not a belief system, medical medium information. It comes from above. Since I was age 4, I'm just the messenger. That's why more people have healed with medical medium information than anything else in holistic health yet in our history. That's a fact. I can't change it. You can't change it. Nobody can change it. It's just a fact. More people have reversed their conditions and diseases with celery juice and other medical medium tools than any other place on the planet. I'm not boasting. I'm just talking about the fact and the results and the street cred. That's all I'm talking about. So, I mean, you can call it what you want it, but it's what it is. And it's really a great thing. It's really a great thing. You guys have put orange in there. Now I'm going to put a little bit of dulse in here. A little strip of dulse right here. So this is Atlantic dulse. It's part of the 5 things in here that get you better. This is the medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie you're looking right here. It's already saved lives and changed lives. It's around the world and people are using it. So I'm also going to put a couple of other things in here. This is barley grass juice powder. Now this is the Vimergy barley grass juice powder. It's the only one I trust. V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, E-R-G-Y. Okay, that's the only one I trust. It's the best one there ever is out there. If there was a better one, I would use it. If there's a better one, I would use it. Simple as that. Putting a teaspoon of the barley grass juice powder in here because it's part of how you get the metals out. So there's the barley grass juice powder right there. So now I'm going to do the spirulina. Now, I used to like Pacific spirulina. I don't like it anymore because it's not the best quality. In my opinion, it's not. The best quality I've ever seen is the kind that Vimergy has. And that's the best quality spirulina I've ever seen. So I'm putting a teaspoon of spirulina in here too. If you don't know the company, it's V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, E-R-G-Y. Go to Vimergy.com. I'm not sponsored. Very important to know. Not sponsored by any of the companies that I show, like these product companies, like these supplements and all that stuff. I like lots of supplements out there, different supplement companies I like out there. And I'm not sponsored. So I just put the dulse in there. I just put the spirulina. I just put the barley grass juice powder. I'm going to put a little, even though I put wild blueberries in there, I'm going to throw a little bit of the Vimergy wild blueberry powder in here too. But by far, the best stuff on the market I've ever found. Out of all the companies and brands that I've actually vetted, this is the best one there is. Just for the record. So I got the heavy metal detox smoothie. What is going on here? I'll tell you, okay? Frozen wild blueberries. That gets metals out of the brain. That's what you have to realize. Why do people get focus and concentration issues? Why do people get anxiety and depression, depersonalization, Alzheimer's, dementia, bipolar, schizophrenia, emotional ups and downs, everything brain related? Why? And it's a mystery. Toxic heavy metals, mercury, aluminum are the dominating ones inside people's brains, eating up their brain, okay? Discharging, oxidizing inside their brain. What I love about the medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie is its reverse conditions. Fact, Jack. Fact. It has, and that's the most incredible thing about it. And it's a wonderful thing. Anyway, I got it in here. I'm excited. I'm going to start blending it up. So, I like having it in the medical medium morning cleanse as an option. It's like a favorite thing because I know it's doing so much. Getting metals out. You got the cilantro in there. You got the wild blueberries. You got the barley grass juice powder. You got the dulse. You got the spirulina. All metal removers working together so that metal doesn't get displaced. It's so metal actually pulls out of the brain, out of the body. That's what I love about it. You guys just got on here. Here, with 16 ounces of lemon water right here, 16 to 32 ounces of celery juice, making the heavy metal detox smoothie. So, I'm excited about this. So, I'm going to get something for it too. Now, if you guys just got on here, Heavy Metal Detox Cleanses and Cleanse to Heal. I mean, if you don't have the book, you might want to get it, have it in your library, you know, just have it in your hand someday. 75 recipes. It's an incredible book. So much information in there. If really what happens is there's so much in there. Making the heavy metal detox smoothie right here. You can spoon out the rest if you want. So I got the heavy metal detox smoothie right there. Powerful. And then what I would do during the medical medium morning cleanse, I would do like 16 ounces of water too. Maybe during the morning at some time. I would do coconut water as an option too. So that's something you can do as well. You guys, later on TikTok, first I'm going to go to IG. I'm heading over to Instagram first. But after Instagram, I'm going to be at TikTok at 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock East Coast time. I'm going to be on TikTok making waffles and fruit cereal. Keep your notifications on, or at least be there at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific on TikTok. We're in the Medical Medium Morning Cleanse Challenge. You just saw Medical Medium Cleanse to Heal. It's something you might want to pick up when you get a chance, okay? 75 recipes, over 200 symptoms and conditions. Check that out when you can. Supplement dosages, how to heal, Medical Medium tools. I'm going to go to IG. I'll see you there. So I'm looking forward to it, you guys. If you want to come over to IG, I'm going to do this again. But at TikTok, I'm going to make waffles. Can't wait. So anyway, all right, you guys. Bless your heart. Take care.